There comes a moment in life when you realize something uncomfortable. No one is coming to save you, not your friends, not your family, not your boss, not luck, not the perfect time, just you. For a long time you wait. You wait for motivation, you wait for support, you wait for someone to notice your potential, you wait for circumstances to change, but while you're waiting, life keeps moving. Days turn into months, months turn into years, and suddenly you look back wondering where the time went. The truth is simple and powerful. The life you want will only move when you move. Many people secretly believe that one day everything will align, one day they'll feel ready, one day someone will give them the opportunity, one day they'll finally start, but one day is the most dangerous phrase in the world because it usually means not today, and not today turns into not this week, not this week turns into not this year. While someone else is building, someone else is trying, someone else is failing and learning. You are more capable than you think, but capability means nothing without action. Nobody is coming to wake you up early. Nobody is coming to force you to train harder. Nobody is coming to push you to study, build, or improve. If you don't push yourself, nothing changes. Waiting for rescue keeps you passive. Taking responsibility makes you powerful. Waiting makes you weak. Responsibility makes you strong. The moment you accept that no one is coming, something shifts inside you. You stop blaming, you stop complaining, you stop expecting, and you start acting. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" you ask, "What can I do about it?" And that question changes everything. Your current situation may not be your fault, but your future absolutely is your responsibility, and that's where freedom begins. When you stop expecting someone else to fix your life, you stop giving away your power. You stop saying, "I need more support, I need better conditions, I need more motivation," and you start saying, "I will create discipline, I will create opportunity, I will create change." That's ownership, and ownership is uncomfortable at first because it removes excuses. It means if you fail, you learn. If you fall behind, you adjust. If you feel tired, you move anyway. It means your success or failure is in your hands. That realization can feel heavy, but it's also empowering because if no one is coming to save you, that means no one is stopping you either. There is no gatekeeper controlling your effort, no permission required to improve, no approval needed to grow. You don't need permission to wake up earlier, to work on your body, to learn a new skill, to dream bigger. You just need decision. The world respects action. It doesn't reward potential. It rewards execution, and execution starts when you stop waiting. Right now, somewhere, someone with less talent than you is winning, not because they're smarter, not because they're luckier, but because they decided to stop waiting. They understood something powerful. Nobody is coming, so they became their own hero. They built discipline when motivation disappeared. They showed up when nobody was watching. They improved quietly while others complained loudly, and that is available to you too. You don't need a dramatic transformation overnight. You need small, consistent action. One better decision today, 1 hour of focus, one uncomfortable step forward. That's how momentum begins. Momentum doesn't start with inspiration. It starts with responsibility. You must rescue yourself. Rescue yourself from procrastination. Rescue yourself from negative habits. Rescue yourself from limiting beliefs. Because if you don't, no one else will. The world is busy. Everyone is fighting their own battles. Everyone is focused on their own survival. That's not cruel, that's reality, and reality is not your enemy, it's your wake-up call. The moment you stop expecting rescue is the moment you start building resilience. Resilience is built in solitude, strength is built in silence, discipline is built in repetition. Nobody claps for the early mornings, nobody celebrates the quiet sacrifices, but those invisible efforts create visible results. Imagine yourself 1 year from now, 2 versions. In the first version, you keep waiting. You hope someone notices you. You hope life becomes easier. You hope motivation appears. In the second version, you decide today that you are responsible. You stop waiting. You take control. You build daily. Which version grows? Which version earns respect? Which version feels proud? The answer is obvious, but obvious doesn't mean easy. It takes courage to accept full responsibility for your life. It means looking at your habits honestly, admitting where you've been lazy, accepting that change requires effort, but effort is better than regret. Regret whispers, "You could have." Responsibility says, "You will." You don't need saving, you need standards. Higher standards for how you spend your time, higher standards for who you allow around you, higher standards for how you treat your own goals. When your standards rise, your excuses fall, and once excuses disappear, progress becomes inevitable. There will be days when you feel tired, days when you doubt yourself, days when quitting feels easier. That's normal, but remember, nobody is coming. So either you fight for your future or no one will. This is not meant to discourage you. It's meant to free you, because the moment you stop waiting for external change, you realize you have control over your effort, control over your focus, control over your reactions, and control is power. You don't need perfect conditions, you need commitment. Commitment to show up even when it's inconvenient. Commitment to improve even when it's uncomfortable. Commitment to continue even when progress feels slow. The truth is simple. The life you want is on the other side of responsibility. Nobody is coming to save you, but that means you get to save yourself. You get to design your mornings. You get to choose discipline over distraction. You get to build habits that align with your future. You are not stuck, you are deciding. Every day you wait, you decide to stay the same. Every day you act, you decide to grow. So stop waiting for a rescue that will never arrive. Stand up, take ownership, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can, and do it today, because the strongest people in the world were not saved. They saved themselves, and you can too.